I'm Alpha, and here's my 5-minute take on the world. Thank you for listening, watching, wherever you may be. Deeply appreciate it. As are your thoughts and comments. Some of them are, anyway. I did have one YouTube viewer who said, you're out of focus and the background's in focus. I can't watch it. Okay, hopefully that's a little better now. Huh? Am I all right? A lot of you think he's never going to be in focus. You may be right. Some of the comments deeply appreciated. Some of them are like, what are you talking about? You need the Dumbrella today because it's raining stupid all over the country. We'll get into that in just a bit. But first, here's the brain stretcher question for you. Women were surveyed and they talked about buzz killers for a day, what would really ruin their day. Number one was an argument with their significant other. Number two was a bad day at work. And number three was this. What was number three? Buzz killer for a day for women. I have the answer for that in about 4 minutes. All right, the Dumbrella. Get it up. You're going to need it. Our Congress, their job is to come up with a budget. Their job is basically to run the country efficiently and effectively. They ain't been doing it for a long time. They're supposed to come up with a budget to let everybody know what we're bringing in, what we're spending, just like you do at home. Most of you do budgets, right? Yeah, sure. They have not come up with a budget yet for this year. And they think they may by maybe November after the elections. Because they don't want everybody to know how big the deficit's going to be. They don't want everybody to know how much they're spending. And they're thinking maybe if they do have to pass a budget before then, they'll do it the way they tried to do it with the health care bill. Remember when they tried to deem it passed? And that's just saying, we're not going to really vote on this. We're not going to let people know what's really in the bill or the budget. We'll just say, hey, we voted, it passed. That's no way to run a Congress. It's no way to run a household. It's no way to run a country, for crying out loud. We need to know what you're doing to us and how it's going to affect us, our children, and our grandchildren. Deeming it passed? Call your mortgage holder and say, I'm not going to pay this month or the last month's bill either because I just deemed it paid. You see how far you get with that. I don't know how many of you are into these movies. Well, first of all, the books, Twilight books, and now the movies. Boy, it's huge. 65 million the first day, and getting bigger and bigger. People are standing in line to see these movies still, and I don't get it. It's about vampires, and I've never been a huge vampire fan. Maybe I don't see the romance in it. Biting someone's neck, okay, I can see that. I can get that. But then biting and then sucking all the blood out of them. Just doesn't seem very romantic to me. There are people who are wrapped up in them, though. My daughters like them. They read the books. They're watching the movies. There are some people, though, who are so wrapped up in them, it's causing divorces. There's a spike in divorce filings over spouses who are, quote, addicted to Twilight. Come on. There's a real world out there. You know that? I don't know. Maybe it's the escapism of getting into so much romance. They're hot-looking vampires, and they bite your neck and suck your blood. Never considered Bela Lugosi particularly hot. Sex symbol. Never considered Al Gore one either, but apparently he's all wrapped up in some sex scandal. A few years ago, apparently, he invited a masseuse called a hotel front desk in Portland, Oregon, and had a masseuse come up, a licensed, regular, real-time masseuse, not a me-rub-you-long-time kind of person. And he got a little angry with her when she wouldn't release his chakra. Apparently, his chakra was located under the towel which was draped over his abdomen. I don't know about Al Gore's chakra or not, but I do know that at the time they didn't do much about it. In fact, it wasn't even known about until here recently, so it's 2 years ago this thing happened. Now the story comes out that he threw her on the bed, maybe rubbed his chakra on her, I don't know. And she's claiming that he sexually abused her. The stupid part of this, well, I'll tell you why. First of all, the police didn't look at any surveillance tape. They didn't look at any DNA. They did subsequently and found out that it was inconclusive. And they didn't interview a key witness for that evening. Okay, so there's holes in the woman's story, but they think there's enough evidence there to reopen the case and look at it again, so it must be something. The stupid part of it is this woman's friends told her, don't bring this stuff out about Al Gore because he's fighting for, the global warming thing, and if you take him out of commission, then, well, then we just might heat up so much we'll burst into flames. Come on. If you take him out of commission, maybe the earth would cool down a little bit. He seemed to be pretty hot there, didn't he? I guess President Obama is going to talk about illegal aliens and the the immigration reform, which comprehensive immigration reform basically means they want to give amnesty to those who are here, a pathway to citizenship. It was tried. Ronald Reagan did it back in 80 whatever, and I guess those people became citizens, but it didn't stop illegal immigration. I mean, we're getting, since then, it's been about 1,000 people every day since that time have come into this country, and now I guess we're going to make them all citizens too. And I guess if he does that, they'll all vote Democrat, won't they, Mr. President? Yeah, probably so. All right, now the brain stretcher answer for you for today. Number 3, buzzkill for a day for women. Number 1, an argument with their significant other. Number 2, bad day at work. Number 3, their jeans won't fit. Can't squeeze into those jeans. I know how you feel, baby. I hate those shrinking jeans. That's it. That's my 5 minutes and a little more. See you next time.